You are going to do a discussion on formative assessment, but it's not a discussion about formative assessment. It's a discussion to do formative assessment and also receive formative assessment. So you are going to do three things in this post. One, you're going to post your materials. Two, you're going to respond to and look at somebody else's materials. And then three, you're actually going to review the own feedback that somebody gives to you on your materials. So how's this going to happen? Number one, post to the discussion your materials. Post a good draft of your materials as good as you can possibly get it by the date given. This may be a URL if your document or whatever you're creating is very open. But you also may attach documents. So example, if you have something that somebody else cannot see or cannot get into and you can't give them the login or something, go ahead and do some other things. You may attach screenshots. Let me put this in here. Screencasts, okay, or login information. If somebody, you just want them to be able to log in to your account and check things out, you can do that too. I'd be very careful with that option. If you're going to give us, the possibility, the responsibility of doing that. And if there's something where you would like very specific feedback on something, please let your peers know so that we know what we should look at specifically for you. So that's the first thing that you're going to do is post your stuff. But then after you post your stuff, you're going to respond to somebody else. And you're going to respond by looking at the materials. You choose the person above your name and below your name or whoever else you want to do. If you want to do 3, 4 people, 5, it doesn't matter. But you're going to look at their materials and you're going to take the time and look them over really carefully. And then you're going to do a survey. And you're going to do a survey about their materials. First, you're going to designate and identify what person's materials you looked at. And you're going to find that in the discussion, find that person's name. And then you're going to answer some questions about the materials. Was it hard to read? Just right? Easy? Difficult? Couldn't tell. It sounds like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, maybe. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's like. And then you're going to explain a little bit about the text. Why did you think it was just right, or easy, or difficult? Was the module of the materials visually appealing? No or yes, and rate it on a scale. And please list any suggestions that you have. Were the directions clear? And go through all these questions and answer them so that you can tell the person what was valuable and what could possibly be improved in their instruction materials. And all that is so important for them for their formative evaluation. So that is your response. Your response is not in the discussion board. Your response is actually the survey. So please do that on 1 or 2 people. On 2 or more people. Okay? Then, after you have done it, somebody else has also looked at your materials. Please review the results of your materials. That is imperative. Please have your responses to people's materials by the date given. This date may change. We're going to talk about that. But you really need to evaluate your results. And how do you do that? Well, you come over here and there's nothing here. The reason there's nothing here is because we haven't done it yet. But let me show you what it will look like. It's going to look like this. All the responses will be aggregated into a spreadsheet. We've used Google Forms for this, and so it puts all the responses in a spreadsheet for you. And what you're going to do is you're going to come down here and look for your name, and then you're going to come across and look at the question and see what your peers said about your module, what could be improved and what was good and what was valuable. And so that way you want to do that. Notice that this is view only, so you cannot change this content. However, you can download the information. You can download it as an Excel spreadsheet if you want to look in an Excel, or you can download it as a PDF. Please note that if it's an Excel spreadsheet, you can hide the columns or hide rows if you want to, so for easier viewing if you know how to use Excel. Or if you download it in PDF, it will make it nice and easy to use. However, you cannot copy and paste from it. So or you can, but it's like sometimes problematic. So please keep that in mind. So in this way, you're reviewing your results and what somebody said about you. So please keep in mind, number 1, to post. Number 2, respond and do the survey on someone else. And then 3, review your results so you can see what your peer or peers have said about your work. Look forward to what you find out, and I hope you do too.